This is Max, Personal Advisor in Croydon Council's Leaving Care team, coming to you from the former relevant YouTube channel. Today we're carrying on with our Hunt for a Home video tutorial series, and we're looking at rightmove.co.uk, which is quite a popular website for searching for private rented accommodation. So when we come to the website, we enter at this page here, and what we're going to do, as with the other websites, is type in Croydon, London Borough, and we're going to hit to rent just here on the side. What that then brings up is a page where we can start to add some of our filters to try and get the property we're really after. So first of all, we have search radius here. We can stick with this area only, and if we leave it at that, the search will just be for Croydon, but we can look outside by selecting any of these others. I'm going to keep it as this area only because we just want to focus on Croydon. Price range, always the important one. We're going to go for £700, and PCM is per calendar month. So the maximum price for a property we're going to see is £700 for the month. Number of bedrooms. Now you can put a maximum and you can put a minimum. I'm going to leave it as blank though, so that way we'll get studios, one bed flats, and shared accommodation up as well. Property type. So here we're going to put in flats or apartments. Again, you have different options here, but realistically you're going to be looking for flats. And added to site, we can choose to see the most recent ones, or we can look up properties anything from 14 days ago, so 2 weeks. If you click here, you're going to see properties that already have a let agreed. So realistically, you don't want to be ticking that because we want to see available properties. So when we've done this, we hit find properties. And here we go, we get a list. And here we have 33 results. Now, we can add some more filters at this point. I'm going to show you how. In the top right hand corner we have the filters button. If we click on that, we have a few more options from which we can select. So we can do type of let, so if you want it to be short term, long term, or if they accept students. And you can select some of these. So for example, if you were looking in particular for shared accommodation, you could click house share, and as you can see below from the change of image, the search has been updated and there are now 8 results. Okay, so I'm going to untick that just for the purposes of this video. Of course, if you don't want to see any house shares, any shared accommodation, you would click don't show, and then as you can see, there are 25 properties that are specifically studio or one bed flat. Okay, I'm going to untick that again. When you've selected any further filters you want, you just click done. Okay, so this is the main screen. As you can see, there are all the properties here in the middle with the photos and details of the estate agent and where the property is located. There are various options for the way you want to be presented with these properties. So at the moment we have list, but you can click grid if you just want to see thumbnail pictures of them. Quicker way of looking through them really. And you can click map, but that takes a little while to load and it's not all that great. So we're just going to go back to the list. So if we go down and we find a property we like the look of, let's say for example we like the look of this one, studio flat, CR0 postcode, so it's very central in Croydon. We're going to click on it and we're taken through to this page where we can see some more information about the flat. We have the option of looking at some pictures, so you can just click on the screen here and it will show you different images. So it's got a separate kitchen, this one. It's not that bad actually. Okay, and up here we can see the price per calendar month, that's PCM there. or per week if you prefer, so that's £162. So for Croydon, this actually comes in at just under the local housing allowance for a 1-bed flat. Okay, as you can see here, it says fees apply, and when you click on that, you can see what the fees are. So you're not going to have any surprises. There are a few fees here that you could look through. If you're looking through this and you're a bit confused, you can always speak to your worker and ask for them to help you understand it, because I do appreciate that some of this might not make sense to you. Oops. So we're going to exit that. We can see the name of the estate agent here, and it's Hart, which is a very well known one, and they're actually based not too far from my office. If you are interested in this place, you could request details by clicking on that, and if you do that, you're taken through to this page, and you can do a little message and it gets emailed across to Hart for them to respond to you. Let's go back. Alternatively, as I've said in other videos, what I prefer to do is just give them a ring so they can hear the sound of your voice and you can have a conversation with them. But if you don't feel too confident about that, then you can just email across to them as well. Okay, if we go down a bit, we can see further details about the property. We can see nearest public transport, for example. We can see a full description here, telling you a bit more about it. And it even gives you energy performance certificates, so you get an idea of how much things like gas and electric might cost. Okay, so that's pretty much how Rightmove works. So again, pretty similar to other websites. And on this website, you do tend to get the letting agents uploading properties. Okay, we're going to end it there, and I'm going to return to the home page. I'll see you next time.